Hey guys, we're back. Intercooler time. Brought it out. Remember last time? I found this random piece of metal in my garage and I painted it black with some Rust-Oleum paint so it doesn't rust. And I think I'm gonna use this as a bar to sort of sit across the chassis right there. And then I'm gonna mount the intercooler sort of like this. And yeah, so I'll be able to, right there, I'll be able to have a 90-degree elbow as well as right there, and that'll go right into the car. This metal bar will sit right there across the chassis and it will support it from the bottom. And then after I do that, it might be a little bit janky, but I'll drill a hole in the top mount right there and I will put a bolt through there into that mount. On this side, it's like farther, I think because of the radiator, there's some more subframe there to screw to, I suppose on this side. So I'll only bolt up that top right one. Alright, so I've got the intercooler mocked up. As you can see underneath, I have that bar that I used before with these 90 degree brackets under them. And this piece of metal, although it looks flimsy, is actually like somewhat strong, and it is able to hold up the intercooler pretty well. Boom, the intercooler is in. That took a long time, longer than it should have, but got in. I forgot what I mentioned last, but when I was putting it in, I took the courtesy to put on the elbow sockets, but I just left these loose so I could match everything up in the engine bay, and then I'll tighten them later. I don't even know, I mentioned that I might put a bolt here and here to secure the top, but honestly, this is pretty sturdy on its own. When I did this, I made sure to rotate these clamps so they don't interfere with the valence supports, and hopefully the clearance on everything should be okay. But other than that, yeah, we have the intercooler in. Now I'm gonna move on to piping. As of right now, I don't have the turbo in, but I can do the side where it goes into the manifold. Another update. So I started on the intercooler piping on the intake side, and this is what it looks like so far. So I have a straight pipe into a like 45-degree bend into what's holding the pipe that's holding the blow-off valve into the intake. And yeah, so that's what it's looking like. I'm gonna bolt up. I have the blow-off valve over there. It's just some like cheap, like a $40 eBay one, but I think it'll do. I'm not looking to, I remember I said 8 psi, so that's not too much boost to be putting through it, so I think it should be okay. So yeah. Hey guys, update. So lining up the manifold took an insane amount of time because I literally had to go stud by stud and make sure it would line up. So I'd put it on with one stud, take it off, put the second stud on, put it on, make sure it lined up, take it off. And I kept doing it down the line, and as I moved down, the studs started lining up less and less, and so I just needed to grind out the holes and like elongate them so they would line up. But I finally got it on. I just put like 1 or 2 nuts on just to hold on the manifold, just for now, so I can get the tubing lined up. I have the downpipe right here. I don't need to put that on right now, but I just brought it to the garage. And so right now I'm gonna figure out how I'm gonna do this intercooler piping. Oil is definitely gonna be the last thing I do, but yeah, so after I do that, I'm gonna bolt up the manifold. Yeah, we'll see from there. Hey guys, so I finished mocking up the intercooler piping, and I think this is sort of how I'm gonna do it. You know, for any intercooler piping, like the least amount of bends is like the most beneficial. So I went with this 90-degree piece right here into a straight pipe into the intercooler. But right now, I can probably install the wastegate and the downpipe, as well as the oil fittings onto the turbo.